Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu students. I am Sabir Hasnain, your social studies subject teacher from grade 7. In this lecture, we will discuss the last part of chapter number 16, the road to independence. In first part, we discuss some introduction about the First World War, later on the role of Qaid Muhammad Ali Jinnah and its work for Muslims and Hindus for independence as a united India. Later on we discuss Montague and Chelmsford reforms. In second part, we discuss about the 14 points, the famous 14 points of Qaid Muhammad Ali Jinnah and the Round Table Conference. Now in last part of this chapter, we are going to discuss about the Government of India Act 1935. From previous lectures, we conclude one thing. Our conclusion is all the parties, I mean the Muslim League and Indian National Congress, they continue to quarrel. They continued fighting with each other and never stayed or on a single decision. Okay, they never ever accepted a single decision at the same time. If one party accepted one decision, the second one didn't accept that decision. Okay, so in that case, when neither side giving away, then Britain decided to bring in its solution. So they have decided to bring the solution of between the quarrel between these two parties, which would be the basis of independence for the India. And that decision was that is called the Government of India Act 1935. What is this act? Number one, India should be a self-governing dominant as soon as possible. Okay, self-governing dominant as soon as possible. The second point, India should have a federal system. Okay, so there would be a central assembly, a central government for the whole of the subcontinent. Okay, and other than that, India should have provincial assemblies for different regions like Sindh, Punjab, Bombay, Delhi, etc., etc. So they are provinces. Along with that, there's central assembly. As in Pakistan, we have a central assembly under the federal government in which all provinces represent. There's the representation of all provinces. Other than the central or federal government, we have provinces. Okay, which is provincial assemblies like in Punjab, in KPK, Sindh and Balochistan. These are our provinces. Okay, and third point, there would be 11 provinces, with Sindh, Bombay and Orissa are the separate provinces. And next point, the ministers in the Viceroy's cabinet, the Viceroy cabinet is actually the real powerhouse of the government, would be responsible for the mainly elected central legislative assembly. Except for the defense, foreign affairs, so defense and foreign affairs, everything would be in the hand of provincial assemblies. So provincial assemblies deal education, health, okay, local affairs, but the defense and the foreign affairs would deal by the federal government. Okay, or the Federal Assembly. And the sixth part, the full dominant status with all the power in the hand of the people of the subcontinent. So the full power or the full dominant status would be handed over to the people of subcontinent. But unfortunately, uh, this solution pleased no one, and Muslims believe it quite rightly, that they would always be in minority. Okay, so Muslims believe they will always be in minority. So Muslims would not be the part of the government as like Hindus, because they were in majority. Okay, and the 590 princes didn't like the democratic reforms, and the Hindus at the same time disliked the princes who had the majority in the upper house. So upper house mean the Federal Assembly. Over there they are princes, and they were 590 princes. Okay, so the Hindus didn't like the decision. Okay, that's why there were the inevitable disturbance, riots and violence, agitation against the government after this Indian Government Act, the Government of India Act 1935. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thanks very much. Stay blessed.